everyone, it's Justine and welcome back for Stenciling for Card Making the Basics. This is video 4 of 4 for today, so there was lots of inspiration today. Don't forget to hit the share button over by the thumbs up and thumbs down. It's just to the left of that if you're logged into YouTube. I would really appreciate it if you just shared the videos. It helps keep these free classes going and keeps me inspired to keep making them. Today we're going to be learning about an ombre technique using stencils. I'm going to start off with a piece of cardstock. It's 80-pound Nina Solar White cardstock at 4 by 5 1/4. And I am going to be actually stenciling using 4 different colors today. And I think I ended up deciding on 3, but I'll let you know what those are as I'm making them. So I'm grabbing my stencil here from Create a Smile Stamps, and I am going to be using some stencil tape to secure that to my craft mat. I personally like to blend it towards the side, and so this is going to be turned the actual other way around. But it's just easier for me to kind of come in from the right towards the left and stencil versus going from down upwards. I don't know, for whatever reason, it's just easier for me. Now I have to make sure that my stencil is secure as well as my actual card that I'm stenciling onto, or my cardstock, just because they can move around. So I'm only stenciling sort of halfway up the top here, so I can actually secure the paper down over at the top there. So I'm starting off with Carved Pumpkin. That's one of the actual new colors from Tim Holtz that came out in the fall. And I'm starting off by, as you can see, starting on the craft mat and working my way in. This is a brand new ink pad, so it's really juicy. So I want to be careful as to not contaminate my ink too much when I'm blending the other colors. I'm coming up next with Wild Honey. It's actually only slightly yellower than the actual Carved Pumpkin, and I'm going to go and ombre up into a yellow color. Next up, I'm grabbing Mustard Seed. This is more of a dark primary yellow. And I just want to adjust my card. And I'm just going to hold it with my hand just for some extra security as I'm doing this. Absolutely adore the stencil. It's a really beautiful geometric shape. And lastly, I'm just going to come in with some squeezed lemonade. Now, if your colors aren't blending well, what you can do is actually, for example, right now I'm doing squeezed lemonade, is to go back in and blend in some more of the mustard seed, then go back in with some of the wild honey into the mustard seed and just kind of start blending them together if you're getting sort of a look that it's 4 different colors. But overall, these blended extremely well, and I was really surprised at how well they blended together. Just going to clean off my craft mat, and then we're going to get started with the stamping and finishing up this card. Since this is just a small card front, I'm going to be stamping using my Mini Misty, which is amazing. I absolutely love it for stamping on card fronts. When I'm stamping on an entire card base, I like to use the larger Misty, the original size, but this Mini Misty has proved to be really awesome as well. I'm going to be using this adorable stamp set from Winnie and Walter. I absolutely adore sentiment stamps. I really like having a few words that are in brush sentiment, like in a brush lettering, like the thanks, and then having a whole bunch of small very fine detailed things that you can add to that sentiment. They're my absolute favorites, and Winnie and Walter makes great ones, as so does Create a Smile. So I'm going to be stamping thanks for everything. It always takes me a second to kind of get them straight here, and you can also use the grid lines on the Misty to help you out. So using my favorite black ink, the VersaFine ink, I'm going to ink up my sentiment here. I have my card base fitted nicely into the corner so that I can stamp it twice if I want it to be darker. So you'll just see a slight difference by being able to stamp it twice. First of all, you get a more bold sentiment, and also you're always stamping in the same place, which is really nice. The last thing I have to do is simply mount it onto my card base. This is an 11 by 4 1/4 inch card base, scored at 5 1/2 inches. Just going to mount this on top using some Tombow Mono liquid adhesive. I'm not going to use any sort of 3D foam tape at all today because I plan on sending this one through the mail, and it ups the postage quite a bit from the UK internationally. So that's the end of today's card tutorial. For more pictures of this card, check out the supply list or the free PDF download on how to do this. They're all available on my blog, which you can access in the video description below, or you can click up at the top there. Over on the right, I have a subscribe button so you can subscribe to my channel and not miss out on any other videos. And if you click on the moving video, you can check out my stenciling brushes video that came out today as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 3.